It's driving me crazy. The market is so full of misjudgments at this point. It is a crazy earnings season. And today we got a ton of them because of Facebook's catastrophic quarter. It dragged down anything related to tech, even if it's just kind of, let's say, semis. The most egregious example could have been Qualcomm, the semiconductor and wireless technology powerhouse that reported one of the best semiconductor numbers I have seen in ages, yet it still saw its stock tumble nearly 5%. These guys delivered a terrific set of numbers. 22-cent earnings beat off a $3.01 basis, higher than expected revenue, up 30%. This is a big company, 30%. The only thing better than the results for the last quarter was the guidance. Yes, forecasting $10.2 to $11 billion in sales. Analysts are only looking for $9.6 billion. They're projecting $2.80 to $3. Wall Street was looking for $2.51. Given those numbers, it was ridiculous that the stock pulled back today. But Qualcomm had run up dramatically. It was a 6% gain yesterday alone. Still, this morning, the stock shot up to 192 before getting dragged down to 179. I think it's a steal at these levels, such a steal that I bet you don't get it there because of Amazon tonight. So let's take a close look. Cristiano Amon, he's the president and CEO of Qualcomm, to find out more about the quarter and his outlook going forward. Cristiano, welcome to Mad Money.
Very happy to be here. How are you doing, Jim? Good talking to you.
Thank you. I'm doing fine. You know, I've got to tell you that this quarter, when it came out, told me, is it true? Are you the number one semiconductor company in cell phones in every single major continent?
I think so. And, handset has been a good story for us. All about Android. And look, there's nothing about this quarter that was not great. There's nothing not to like about this quarter. It's been a good story overall, not only on mobile and handsets, but also all the new business as well. We're very happy.
All right, well, that's where I was going to go. I know there'll be people who say, well, wait a second, Jim, you're all excited about automotive, which is what I was saying yesterday. Buy it in part for automotive. I was trying to get club members to trying to figure out where I could make room to get this stock in. But I said that automotive, GM and BMW may be two of the greatest clients in the world. You got them both. How'd you do that?
Cornerstone customers. We got GM. We're working with them with Super Cruise, Ultra Cruise, and BMW. Oh, they really like our digital chassis, a very unique position we have in automotive. But as I said in the call, we have more irons in the fire. Our automotive business is really going very well, and the opportunity for ADAS for the company is tremendous.
Tell me what is your thinking? Because you're more of a person of the world than most of the people I know. Do you think that we are going to get into autonomous cars in 3 years, just be hailing autonomous taxis?
Here's how we think about it. And that's why we're succeeding in automotive right now in ADAS with our platform strategy. We think that assisted driving, Jim, we should build that for every car. And that's how we're going to actually get scale, and we're going to see the financial results. The ability for you to have highway autopilot and the ability for you to have a level, 3 ADAS, we should do this for every car. It should be like ABS, airbags.
Right.
Why not? And I think we're building that solution for scale in ADAS. Full autonomy, level 4, level 5, we're going to get there, but I think that's going to take a little bit more time.
Okay, let's talk Internet of Things. Another area, a lot of people think of you as handset dominant. I mean, Internet of Things, 1.5 billion. I don't even know what we would have thought about that even a couple of years ago, growing north of 30% year over year. How are you doing that?
Look, we're doing great. And one thing I want to highlight from this quarter, handset obviously was a very good story. We had 42% year over year growth in handsets, over 60% on Android, but 41% on IoT. IoT is growing at a very high rate, and our IoT is very diversified. The way our IoT business is developing, if you buy the growth of the cloud, if you buy the current projection for the hyperscalers right now, you need somebody at the edge connecting all the devices to the cloud and sending data to the cloud. That's what we're doing. And our IoT is diversified across consumer, networking, and industrial. And the industrial is a big opportunity. Within the quarter, we saw robotics, retail, trackers, utility smart meters, all having significant growth. Robotics alone, 50% year over year in number of launches.
So how do you sell that? I mean, is that just a direct sales force to the companies that make robots? I mean, I've always tried to figure out whether that's bundled with somebody else. I mean, because I know that the companies that I follow, like Marvell, they're in there selling it themselves. But I mean, I think Qualcomm seems to always be partnered with some of the great partners.
Look, what is unique about Qualcomm, and I think our I don't want to be pretentious, but Qualcomm has incredible stature about creating ecosystems. You see our work in standard bodies, how we created 3G, 4G, 5G. And I think that gives us an incredible ability to work one of the largest corporations in the world, have really lighthouse customers. We partner with companies like Walmart for retail. We partner with companies like in Europe, in Pacific Gas and Electric for energy. And same thing, we partner with Amazon. You look at what we're doing in consumer robotics with the Astro. So we have the ability to go directly, and we build an ecosystem of partners to help us build modules, hardware, and build on our software. It's really an ecosystem play.
All right, so Cristiano, there's a dirty word today that wasn't until today, Metaverse. And when I've spoken to you about it, it's very for real. People now today have been making it a laughing stock. You know better. Describe to our viewers how important this is.
They should be laughing. It's a huge opportunity, but here's how you should think about it. And I have a very simple way, Jim, to describe the Metaverse opportunity. With the cloud economy we have right now, with everything connected to the cloud, we have digital twins of everything. You can have a digital twin of a car, for example, in automotive. When the car show up at the dealership and somebody is going to look under the hood, they can put a virtual reality, augmented reality device, and will tell you from the digital twin in the cloud where to fix it, where's the problem, where it's about to have, you're going to have a problem. Same thing on an enterprise, how you use this for training. So the way to think about the Metaverse is going to develop as a number of different opportunities. You're always going to have the big social network consumer play. You're going to have a big one for gaming, but industrial is big. And that's why our partnership with Microsoft is so important.
Yeah, I'm so glad, because I've been telling my partner, David Faber, in the morning, it's enterprise. It's enterprise. That's where the money's going to be. And you're confirming, and that's happening now, right?
Absolutely. As we've been working with augmented reality and virtual reality and the Metaverse before it was popular. We have over 40 designs of devices. Every VR and AR device that's designed today is with Qualcomm chip. We've been doing a lot of the hard technology development to get to the small form factors, the low power, and the high cloud connectivity. And you're going to see a lot of industrial applications from factory to warehouses to retail and more.
I tell you, if you hadn't reported last night, I tell you, Cristiano, because I know you, I think your stock would be at 200, and that's where I think it's headed. You've got the most momentum of anybody in the group. Other than, I would argue, maybe AMD, you might differ, but you've got the momentum like I haven't seen this company in a very, very long time.
So, Jim, we just had in the quarter the highest revenue of any fabless company. And a good thing about Qualcomm, we have momentum in a number of different areas, from the whole IoT, PC, and auto, and handsets. And, if anything, great buying opportunity.
Right, and that's why I'm so glad you came on. That's why I'm so glad you came on Mad Money. I want everyone to know about this opportunity. You are just on fire, sir. That's Cristiano Amon. He's the president and CEO of Qualcomm. Congratulations. And I don't even mind the ads. You're good in the ads.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Thank you. Mad Money's back into the break.